Doja Tommy's requesting unity, which is hurting me psychologically and mentally and everything. It's just, a big. So this is one of those things that if you look at unity, you have to accept the fact that you're catching a falling knife because there's no confirmation at all whatsoever. This looks like a classic accumulation pattern, but it's very, very painful. If you buy this range over here, it's very, very painful. Like you're going to be at a loss when it's at the bottom of a range, right? You can keep buying at the bottom of a range, which is probably the appropriate way to do it. But it's extremely painful in terms of this whipsaw price action. Buying volume is up, though. Selling volume is down, though. I think it's really trying to squeeze out a lot of the sellers. But again, like this is a falling knife. Like there's no confirmation at all. I am buying it though because I'm crazy. But this is a falling knife. If anything, it's one of those things that you're just kind of like, okay, this looks like a wedge kind of thing. I'm going to buy the wedge because wedges are bullish, because at some point it's going to reverse, but you don't know when it's going to reverse because the wedge can continue to go on, down a lot lower. You just don't know, right? But it's forming a pretty clear wedge. This is like an accumulation pattern, and eventually you're going to find a spring, and it's going to bounce up to the top of the range, and hopefully it'll break out from it. But yeah, like I completely don't blame you if you end up selling it for a loss, like especially if you hold it for like 2 years. The thing is, it's really squeezing out. Like it's almost one of those things that if you're in it, you stay in it because it's at the bottom of this range over here, and you can potentially sell up, whenever it bounces up from this, maybe going up to the top of the wedge right here. Or if you believe that this is a big giant accumulation range, you don't mind if price keeps on going even lower. I don't think price is necessarily going to go down lower because it keeps on finding some pretty decent support, horizontally with these wicks over here around the 22, 23 range. So I think there are, institutions that are trying to set the floor for this, right? And if you actually look at what the institutional data for Unity, I'm going to try to pull up Unity here. First of all, like one thing that makes me feel that I should stay in the stock and keep buying. I've been buying every week, by the way. One thing that makes me feel that I should stay is because of institutional ownership is like 80%, and they set the floor price. And I think the floor price right now, based on what I'm seeing, is like 40. Sorry, it's like 22 to 23. They seem to just snatch them right up, right? The other thing is this price keep on falling down on the wedge, right? If you remember this big wedge down here that's been going on for like 2 years. This price is going down on the wedge. Institutions are accumulating. I mean, granted, it's not like parabolic accumulation, like but there's still, maybe like 20 to 30% increase in institutional accumulation. So I think, if anything, there are some, bullish things over here. But I keep saying, if you buy this, you're buying a falling knife. Like it's not, But it's also top 10 for ARK Fund too. And actually, I think I just posted a video like earlier before I went to live stream. ARK Fund actually seems to be doing pretty well in terms of its technicals. You want to check out that video. I think that if ARK is going to do well, you're going to end up having fund flow to come in for Unity as well. So at some point, you're going to end up finding a bottom. And, with institutional setting the floor, traders causing a lot of volatility, at some point this wedge will end. I don't know when that's going to be. Everybody's talking about, raids. Everybody's also, getting scared about unemployment, recession. So all these crap out there, all I know is that it's been going sideways on a wedge for almost 2 years now. And it looks like it's accumulation volume over here. And Fintel.io is confirming that. That's all I have to say about it. None of the other indicators are going to tell you that it's bottomed. Like, for example, you look at Ichimoku Cloud, look at the Tengen, it's just been pushing. I mean, I like the fact it's trying to push about the Tengen for like 3 times, but it's been rejected. I mean, I think that maybe the 4th time's a charm. I don't know, but there's no confirmation there, right? If you look at the 20-month moving average, it's still pointing down. It's potentially can still serve as resistance, but if price kind of go sideways, go up a little bit, can potentially flatten, and actually give it a chance to kind of break above it and use the support to go up higher, possible. But that's Unity.